When news broke that the Kansas City Chiefs were releasing Justin Ross, it sent shockwaves through Chiefs Kingdom. This was a player who many fans had been rooting for since day one. Undrafted out of Clemson back in 2022, Ross arrived in Kansas City with a ton of hype, despite a serious spinal injury that once threatened to end his football career altogether. Chiefs fans held on to hope that he could be a diamond in the rough, a comeback story in the making. Ross spent his rookie season on injured reserve, and while he didn't play a single snap in 2022, that didn't stop the excitement. Videos of Ross at camp would go viral. Every one-handed catch or sharp route turned heads, but reality eventually set in. The Chiefs were loaded with young, fast, and developing receivers, and Ross, despite his talent, couldn't quite break through. In the 2023 season, he saw limited action, just 6 catches for 53 yards. Then came a setback that likely sealed his fate: legal trouble in October. Though the charges were eventually dropped, it created just enough distraction for the Chiefs to start reevaluating his place on the roster. Between his off-the-field concerns, a crowded receiver room, and the urgency to find reliable weapons for Mahomes, the writing may have been on the wall for Ross. So now, here we are. The Chiefs have officially cut ties. According to multiple reports, the release wasn't just a front office move, it was a request initiated by Ross himself. Maybe he saw the depth ahead of him. Maybe he realized that his best shot at a fresh start would have to come elsewhere. Either way, a once-beloved underdog is now out of Kansas City. Let me ask you, were you surprised the Chiefs let Ross go? Was this the right time? Just type yes or no in the comments. I'm really curious to hear what you think, because a lot of fans had high hopes for him. And if you're someone who wants to stay ahead of every Chiefs roster move, now is the time. Go ahead and subscribe. Help me reach that 5,000 subscriber goal and stay locked in with Total Chiefs news. Coming up next, let's talk about the new face on the roster, Hal Presley, and what the Chiefs might be seeing in him. Now, let's shift gears and talk about the new addition to the Chiefs wide receiver group, Hal Presley. You might not know his name yet, but Presley is someone the Chiefs hope can make an impact as they continue to build out their depth chart. Hal Presley is a 6'3", 210-pound wide receiver who played college ball at Baylor. While at Baylor, he showed flashes of potential, especially with his size and ability to create separation. Although he didn't put up huge numbers in college, his physical tools are exactly what NFL teams look for when they want to develop a versatile weapon. Presley has a solid frame that can help in blocking downfield and is also known for his special teams contributions, something that's always valuable for players fighting to make the roster. After going undrafted, Presley signed with the Buffalo Bills, but didn't stick on their active roster. Now the Chiefs have given him a fresh opportunity to prove himself in one of the league's most competitive offenses. According to reports, and even Nick Jacobs, a trusted NFL insider, Presley is being brought in not just as a project player, but someone who can contribute in multiple ways. Whether it's running precise routes, stepping up on special teams, or showing grit in blocking, Presley has a chance to catch the coach's eyes. What's intriguing here is that the Chiefs aren't just taking a flyer. They see some upside and want to see if Presley can develop chemistry with Patrick Mahomes and the rest of the offense during training camp. If he can carve out a niche, Presley could become a valuable depth piece or even surprise us all with a breakout. So here's a quick poll for you. Do you think Hal Presley has what it takes to make the Chiefs roster this season? Just drop a simple yes or no in the chat. Your vote really helps keep the conversation alive. And hey, if you're following every Chiefs signing and roster update, don't forget to hit subscribe and turn on notifications. That way, you won't miss a single update on Presley and all the other players competing this season. Coming up, we'll dive deeper into the Chiefs' crowded wide receiver room and what Presley's signing means for the competition there. Let's take a closer look at the Chiefs' wide receiver room, which has become one of the deepest and most competitive in the NFL. This offseason, Kansas City brought back the core stars like Marquez Valdez-Scantling and Skyway Moore and added more talent with players like Jaylen Brown and rookie Jalen Royals. Then you have established vets like Juju Smith-Schuster, who continues to be a reliable target for Patrick Mahomes, and of course the rising young star, Quentin Johnston. With that much talent in the mix, every new signing has to fight for a spot. Not just on the 53-man roster, but even for a place on the practice squad. This is where Hal Presley's signing becomes really interesting. He isn't just competing with rookies, but with proven players and some of the Chiefs' best young receivers. Presley needs to show he can bring something unique to the table, whether it's his size advantage, blocking ability, or special teams contributions. One player who will also be in the mix is Jalen Royals, the rookie who was drafted in the later rounds and has been making waves in camp. Royals' speed and agility have impressed coaches, and he could easily take a spot on the roster if Presley doesn't rise to the occasion. The Chiefs are clearly emphasizing competition at every level of the offense. No player is guaranteed a spot, and with so much depth, the coaches will be looking closely at every route run, every block, and every catch during training camp and preseason games. If you had to pick a sleeper receiver this camp, who would it be? Drop your pick in the comments. I'd love to see who you think will surprise us all and earn some valuable snaps. And if you're enjoying these detailed breakdowns, go ahead and hit that like button. It really helps me bring you more content like this. Next, we'll talk about the key storylines to watch during camp, including how Presley and others can impress the Chiefs' coaching staff and secure their roles. Now let's focus on the storylines to watch during training camp, especially regarding the battle at wide receiver. For Hal Presley, camp will be about more than just making catches. The coaches will want to see how well he blocks in the run game and how much effort he puts in on special teams. These are the kinds of details that can make or break a fringe player's chances on a crowded roster like Kansas City's. One of the most intriguing matchups to watch will be Presley going head-to-head with players like Tyquan Thornton and rookie Jalen Royals. Thornton has speed and experience, while Royals has shown flashes of playmaking ability. Presley's size and physicality could give him an edge, especially if he can prove consistent reliability and a strong work ethic. Another key factor is how quickly Presley builds chemistry with Patrick Mahomes. This connection is critical, especially for a receiver trying to climb the depth chart. Mahomes has shown time and again that he loves working with receivers who can run crisp routes and fight for every inch after the catch. Also, keep an eye on how the coaching staff uses Presley in preseason games. These games will be the proving ground where the player's readiness and versatility get tested. Will Presley be a key contributor on special teams? Will he find himself on the field for third down plays? These are the questions that fans should watch closely. So, what's your take? Which camp matchup are you most excited to see unfold? Type your answer below. I'm really curious to see where your attention will be during camp. And don't forget, training camp is fast-paced and full of surprises. To make sure you don't miss any daily updates or breaking news, hit subscribe and turn on those notifications right now. I'll be keeping you informed every step of the way. Coming up next, we'll look at what this all means for the Chiefs moving forward into the regular season and how Presley's signing might impact the bigger picture. Looking ahead, the Chiefs' signing of Hal Presley and the release of Justin Ross are more than just roster moves. They reflect how the team is preparing for the challenges of the upcoming season. Depth in the wide receiver room matters more than ever, especially with a tough Week 1 matchup overseas in Brazil, where the team will face unique travel and weather conditions. Having reliable, versatile players who can step up on short notice could be crucial. If Presley can stick on the roster, he'll offer the Chiefs a big-bodied option with special teams value. If not, he could still be a valuable practice squad member, ready to be called up if injuries hit. Meanwhile, Justin Ross might find a fresh start elsewhere, which could be good for both parties. From a broader perspective, these moves show that the Chiefs are not just focused on their star players, but also on building a deep, competitive roster. Every player has to earn their spot, and the coaching staff isn't afraid to make tough decisions. For fans, this means staying engaged throughout camp and preseason. There are always surprises, and players like Presley could emerge as unexpected contributors. If you want me to track Presley all season long, let me know in the comments. I'm happy to keep you updated on how he develops and fits into the offense. Before we wrap up, I want to thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like it and subscribe to help me reach that 5,000 subscriber goal. Sharing this with a fellow Chiefs fan would be amazing too. It really helps grow our community here at Total Chiefs News. Thanks again for hanging out and diving deep into these roster moves. Keep your eyes peeled because there's always more Chiefs news coming your way.